Hi, this is Coach Brad, and the next and final step in personal branding is knowing your niche and your competitors. The first two steps were what is personal branding and what you need to know, and basically what we covered was defining yourself. What values do you have? What values do you have to offer as far as your personal brand goes? It's all about finding out who you are. The second one was spotting your target audience, the ways that you go about spotting your target audience, the types of people that you want to work with, the people that you want to target, the people that you want to have know about your information and how you can help them. And of course, the last final step is knowing your niche and your competitors. These are the three most important steps that you need in order to get started in personal branding. So, without further ado, let's get started on the last step. A niche and personal brand is not the same thing. A niche is a specific or specialized target you are best fitted in. A personal brand is a unique value, a promise. It's who you are, the authentic you, the value you deliver to your target market. So always remember these two things: that niche and personal brand is not the same thing. And you want to make sure that, because believe it or not, a lot of people may think they are the same thing, but you want to make sure that you know that they're not the same thing. You want to know the difference. Now, owning your niche. When choosing a niche, don't go too broad. Be specific and narrow it down. Example, you are a tattoo artist who loves to work with women and your favorite tattoos are roses. It doesn't mean you don't work with other clients, it just means you want to make it known to everyone that you like working with women who want rose tattoos. So that's a good example of specifically how you narrow down a niche. So, for example, a niche that would be too broad is if I were to make a website and my title was health and fitness, and health and fitness is my niche. That's way too broad. I mean, health and fitness can be anything. Like, what are you going to? What brand are you going to promote in health and fitness? Is it just health and fitness, or is it just, um, or is it a specific thing in health and fitness? So you want to narrow your results down, and something specific in health and fitness would be weight loss, or cardiovascular, or building muscle, or stuff like that. So you want to be able to narrow it down and be specific, because if you're too broad, you're gonna have a hard time trying to promote your brand, and you're not gonna go anywhere. So that's very important. The next thing, differentiating your brand. Very important topic. Finding your potential competitors. You can look for your competitors on Google, LinkedIn, Professional Meetings, Yellow Pages, and Yelp. These are all good resources to go to. LinkedIn, I know, is a very good resource. I would definitely recommend making an account with that. You have a lot of good business people on there, and you can find a lot of personal brands on there and what they stand for and everything. And it's very good information. So I recommend checking that out. Professional meetings. That's probably one of my favorites because at professional meetings, I always meet interesting, nice people, and just finding out about them, finding out their niche, their personal brand, how they go about doing, everything. It's very important. I would recommend going to professional meetings, and it's a good way to show your face, introduce yourself, who you are. Gets you noticed. Okay, find out what your competitors offer. What value do they have? Find out what you can offer that they don't. Find out if they're located locally, internationally, or nationally. So, very important. Very important. You want to know what value you have and what value they have. What do they offer? What do you offer? What can you offer that's different from what they offer that can make your target audience come to you instead of your competitor? That is what you want to know, and you want to sit down and understand that specific thing. And if you can figure that out, which you should have no problem doing, and if you can figure that out, it's gonna go a long way, and your brand is gonna stand out from everybody else's within your niche. Excuse me. Do not become a commodity. Commodities are items based on price, not differentiation, and give you no leverage other than asking if you're the least expensive. Do not do the same things as your competitor. Again, do not do the same things as your competitor. Being a commodity is one of the worst things that you can do as far as having a personal brand. And it's, again, it's right there. It's very simple. Do not be a commodity. Learn how you can differentiate yourself, differentiate your brand from your competitors. And the best way I always like to say that too is, like I said, I've mentioned there's plenty of ways on how to do that. But number one way I went about it is values. What values of mine are important to me? What values are important in my life? What values are important to me in order to help other people? That became very helpful for me, and that's what took my brand to the next level. Is the value that I create and the value that I want to help people. What can I do to help people? And I stay true to myself. And that's what you want to do. That's the best thing you want to do, is stay true to yourself. And you'll figure this out no problem. And down here, kind of the same as up here. Compare yourself with your competitors and find out how you are different than them. Ask yourself questions. There's plenty of questions that you can ask. You can ask, first you can write down a piece of paper, different and same. How are your competitors the same as you? How are your competitors different than you? And with that list, you can come up with a lot of things, and that can definitely help you figure out how to differentiate yourself from them. Overcoming your fears in the face of competition. Yes, fear is very scary. It can be very scary to put your face out there and put your brand out there, and it's definitely scary. It can be a normal reaction for most people who are just starting out. But to overcome those, you want to overcome those fears eventually. To overcome those, stay authentic. You know who you are, and don't be afraid of that. Never change who you are. Never try to be somebody else. Because if you do, then that's being a fake person, and that's having also a brand that's fake too. So you want to stay true to yourself. Communicate better than anyone else. Communication is key. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. By far, communication is key in all aspects of life. There's no doubt about it. So, always getting better at communication is only going to create more success for yourself. Stand up for your brand and what you stand for. Absolutely. You might have that one person where they realize, oh my God, this guy's got such a good niche, and he's basically beating out his competitors, and I want to do what I can to sabotage him. When somebody does that and they sabotage your brand, and mostly they sabotage what you stand for, you definitely want to stand up for yourself, and you want to stand up for your brand and what you stand for. Stand up for your values and what you have to offer. The next one. Find support from people who believe in you. Absolutely. And that goes with anything in life. You always want people around you, for close friends, family, people that support you, people that support what you do, people that support any interest that you have, people that stand behind you and believe in you, that you can do anything. So find support from people who believe in you is by far will help you succeed in your personal brand. Play fairly. Now, play fairly is, again, you're going to have those people, you're going to have things and situations where, you know, it's gonna negatively it might negatively impact you. It might, you know, make you a little angry. Um, you know, dealing with some people, but the thing is, you have to deal with things in a professional manner, and you always wanna be fair to everybody. Don't try to give one person, you know, a better advantage than the other. Play fairly, you know, be positive, handle things in a professional manner, and don't get carried away. And you know, don't be dirty when it comes to things. Always be professional and respectful. And that's it. This is the last and final step. And if I would definitely recommend for each step, read this information over, play the video over as many times as you can. These are very important things that you need to know to get started in personal branding. And I got plenty more videos to come. Uh, there's a lot of things in personal branding, a lot of topics and things that you can learn to make yourself even more successful and create that even higher and higher level. And that is what my plan is for you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to supply you with even more and more information, just to help you further your personal branding experience. But these are the 3 steps to personal branding. So if you guys have any questions, let me know.